Hi guys, it's Kayleen. I am standing inside our first new Grand Design influence to hit the lot here at Lazy Days RV Milwaukee, and I am so excited to share this with you. I've been so excited for one of these to come in since I knew that influence was a thing. I got a little sneak peek when I went up to Grand Design for the Grand Design University event that they held for some of their dealers in December. But now we finally have one here, and I'm so excited to show it to you and go more in depth on some of the differences between this influence and other classes like the Reflection and the Solitude, what makes it different, what features are and are not included in this, especially versus the Solitude. I'd say it's a little bit more comparable to that, but it's going to be in a slightly lower price point. And they do that by changing up how they've included some of the features or excluding some of the things that you may not need depending on how you're planning to camp. So we'll get into that in this video. I'm standing inside right now because we have this featured in our showroom and there's some music playing outside. So I will do some voiceover around the outside to make sure that I give you all of the good details on that stuff. And then we'll head back inside here to take a look at this floor plan. This is the 3503 GK. Without any further introduction, let's get right into the video tour. Okay, so here we are on the outside of the brand new 2024 Influence 3503 GK. You can see with this front cap design, they're going with that simple, clean, modern look that so many manufacturers are doing right now on their latest and greatest fifth wheels. And here on this side pan, you can see the simple, sleek design continues. You've got two awnings on the side, and you'll see that you have these nice big windows facing out on your campsite, so you'll get a great view and lots of natural light. Now heading back up front, you do have the Rhino box, pin box on board on this one, which in comparison to the full-size Solitude is a little bit of a downsize, but again, this is going to give you some of those more quote-unquote entry-level features to put it in a different price point. You also have electric versus hydraulic auto leveling. It still is going to give you 6 points of leveling. And in comparison to the Solitude, they do have framed versus frameless windows on board. So that does help cut the costs on this and help this one be in a little bit more friendly price point. But on the Influence, they do not compromise your towing experience. You still have that CRE 3000 independent suspension system on board and the Cooper H-rated tires. Another thing that stays consistent is your MORryde solid steps and this extended grab handle to make entry very easy on different levels of terrain. Now here's a difference. You do have massive pass-through storage on this Influence floor plan, but you can see the flooring is a little bit raised, and that is because the frame itself for this fifth wheel versus the full-size Solitude is a little bit different. So the Solitude does have that drop frame pass-through. This one is going to have a little bit of a raised frame there. That does help with the cost of building this one and helps put it in a different price point than the Solitude. However, you do still have that 101-inch wide body, so you'll get nice wide floor space on the inside of the fifth wheel. Now here looking at the side again, take a look once more at the two awnings. So you've got great coverage from sunshine on the outside. You've got the upgraded Rockford Fosgate stereo system on board, so you'll still have good clear sound for outdoor entertainment. And here on the back, you still have a ladder mounted on back, backup camera prep, and receiver for 3,000 pounds of towing. And here on your off-camp side, you'll see that opposing slide for your main living space towards the back, and a smaller side, which we will see a little bit closer up when we get inside the fifth wheel. That is in your bedroom. It's not a bed slide, but we'll take a look at that once we get inside. You've got 50 amp power cord on board. You get the tankless hot water heater for more continuous hot water. There's the control for your electric leveling system. You still have this awesome enclosed convenience center with the gray and black tank flush valves and your freshwater hookup, black water hookup, black tank flush, I should say. And here's the easy access point for your sewer hookup. All right, so now we are heading inside. We're gonna take a look at the features on the floor plan. When you first walk in, this is what you are going to see. A nice rear living kind of setup here. Right away at the door, you have this little countertop space. This would make a cute coffee bar with some storage down below. And this is a little bit new. I don't think that they've been doing this on a lot of them. You have pass-through access to your storage compartments here right from the entrance of the door. So if you need to quick reach in and grab something, you're able to do that from here. Right away at the door with this little corner spot, you already have a decent amount of storage space with this compartment up here, and then the 2 storage drawers that come out, and this cabinet down here. This one does just house your fuse box. And for setting something up like a coffee maker, you have the outlet and USB hookups mounted underneath this right here. So you've got electric access. Before we talk some more about kitchen space and storage, let's take a look in this slide and back at our entertainment center. So something you'll notice, they've still gone carpetless in the Influence line, and this is the Influence does have that flush slide flooring, which is something that they've kept from the Solitude lineup that makes it look clean and prevents you from having to keep carpet clean, which can be very difficult, especially when you're out camping, maybe you have some dirt on your shoes. So this is not a cheap process to do, but this is one of the things that they kept in the Influence lineup to make this look nicer and more high-end. For seating space in this slide, you have the freestanding table with chairs, and then you'll also get the recliners over here. Just like on the Solitudes, although these are the framed versus frameless windows, you have such a great view out your campsite. They've got these big picture windows facing outward, and then they do have 2 side windows. These all open up too, so you can get a really nice cross breeze in here. For entertainment center seating, and not only do you have these power recliners, but you also have the sofa in the back. And again, look at the window placement here. You can open all of these as well to let in some fresh air on a nice day. And it also just helps things to feel bright and light in here. Lots of windows plus the light colors in here will make this feel bigger and more open and just brighter, because sometimes if you don't have a lot of windows and you've got some darker colors, it can kind of feel like you are camping in a cave. So the light colors will definitely make everything feel bright and lively. This sofa is a hide-a-bed for extra sleeping space, and I will show that to you guys in just a second. But then across from that, you have your entertainment center. So you've got the electric LED fireplace and a TV already set up in here for you. A couple more key things in the entertainment center. You have outlet and USB hookups on each of your side tables. So if you've got phones or you're working on a laptop, you can keep those charged up while you're sitting back here. Here is what that hide-a-bed sofa looks like with everything pulled out. I'd compare it probably more to a full-size bed. So this is great if you have guests sometimes, but really not most of the time. You've got a place for them to sleep, but you're not dedicating any sort of bunk room or anything like that to the people that might be coming along. Another cool thing is when you flip this up, you could definitely use this space for some blanket storage, pillow storage, just in case you happen to have some guests with you at some point. Here is a kitchen overview. You have this nice big island, still comes with the solid surface countertops that you'll find in the standard Solitude lineup. The island provides you with a ton of storage space. You have storage drawers that pop out. And then down below here, they've got your designated spot for the trash can, so that's not sitting out and letting garbage stink up your camper. You've got a pretty good amount of space down here, maybe to keep some cleaning supplies and extras. You'll get more drawers on this side and then outlet connections underneath your island, so you can keep things plugged in over here too. Maybe you're using an Instapot, or you'd prefer to have your coffee maker over here. If you're doing a breakfast bar, you've got people over, then you can do that here on this island as well. This is new for 2024. This is going to show up in Solitudes now as well, and Momentum's too, I'm pretty sure. But they've got a newly designed sink. You've got a cutting board that covers one of your sink bowls. This is removable too, so you could really make a dual bowl sink, or you could just have the farmhouse style sink if you take this out. And then you've got a strainer here too, so if you're trying to eat clean while on the road, wash off some vegetables, you can do that with this strainer that they've just included in with everything. I think this was an awesome little touch that they've done now in 2024. With so many people moving into most of the time or full-time living, this just makes using your kitchen and cleaning things off a lot more easy and user-friendly. You have this little glass wash here, so when you press down on that, that'll clean your glassware for you. And you also have this right here that you can switch over to, so that water's coming out from this area and cleaning off your vegetables if you don't want to use the main sprayer hose. So lots of functionality here with this newly designed sink. Now for your kitchen, this is where we're going to see some more differences between the big Solitude and the new Influence to make this one in, again, a little bit more friendly of a price point, taking out some of those options that are nice to have, but maybe not needs. You've got the 3-burner gas cooktop. It's a Furrion gas cooktop and a Furrion oven versus the residential Insignia appliances. This is still nice and big, and you actually still get a good amount of surface area here, just minus 1 burner. So if having that Insignia residential appliance style or more burners doesn't matter to you, then this might end up being a better fit depending on a couple of other things, of course, too. Here you have the Furrion microwave. Decent amount of space in there. And this you'll recognize if you're familiar with the Reflections and Solitudes. Maybe you've owned one or both before, but this is going to resemble the Reflection refrigerators on the standard size Reflections more than it will resemble anything that you'd find in a Solitude. But if we open this up, you still have a ton of space in here. So again, depending on how you camp and what your lifestyle looks like, this might be more than enough space for you. And in that case, maybe the Influence versus the Solitude might be something to look into because you still get the same finishes and quality, but there's a few little things like some of these kitchen appliances that they take down a step to, again, just make it more affordable for you. I think this is an adorable touch. A lot of people camp with their pets, so you've got these little pet bowls that hide conveniently underneath the fridge. Just small little things that they're thinking of to help match lifestyles a little bit better. Now just looking at kitchen storage, you have a good amount of storage here surrounding your appliances. Nice deep cabinets. You've got one of these on each side of your microwave. And then down here, even more storage. Take a look at that. But your kitchen storage is not done yet. You still get this nice big pantry in here. It's got the motion sensing light, so when you open the door up and you're looking for some food, you'll have good lighting. Make sure you grab the right thing. And this is going to be new it's on the standard Reflection on the Influence and Solitude, the Travelfi Wi-Fi connector. It is just meant to help support, I think, some of that full-time working and living type of Wi-Fi use a little bit better than what they have been using in the past. Maybe you're the person that's working from home that needs 2 or 3 different monitors to be able to do your job. So Travelfi Wi-Fi is just meant to basically support more devices. I'm gonna have to fact check myself on this one, but the Travelfi Wi-Fi can support up to like 15 or 18 different devices and work effectively. So I think this is a super cool add-on. I'll see if I can find some more facts on here for you guys if you are looking to work and travel. And even if that's not the case for you, having the capability of a good solid Wi-Fi system is going to make sure that you can still use stuff like your Netflix account if it's a really rainy, ugly day outside and you need to spend the day in the camper and find some stuff to do. Okay, so before we go upstairs, just looking over at your main living area once again and highlighting over some of the differences that are obvious to see from here between this and Solitude. So you've got the flush slide floors that you keep from Influence to Solitude. You have the different frameless windows. You have a little bit different of a fireplace setup on here. It's not that flat facing one. This one's a little bit more protruded, but still electric LED fireplace. And then kitchen appliances, you are going to get a little bit of a downsize here in all appliance aspects from Influence to Solitude. But again, maybe cooking isn't really your thing when you're camping. Maybe you don't do a whole lot of indoor cooking. This might not matter a ton to you. Between Solitude and Influence, you still have the 101-inch wide body. The frame is built a little bit differently, but when you're standing inside, you're going to feel that same larger floor space. And overall, the decor, you can definitely see parallels between Solitude and Influence. You've got nice things like solid surface countertops. You've got this upgraded sink. Very similar style cabinetry when you look at a Solitude versus the Influence. So again, there are some changes to help out with price point and take out some of those extra features that put the Solitude a little bit higher. but they're very comparable. Upstairs, you'll notice no central vac on board on this one. Solitude will typically have that in their big Solitude line. But then on our way up, you've got some storage in the hallway. More storage in the hallway, plus your control center here, compatible with the Compass Connect app. So if you don't know about what that is, I'll go into a brief amount of detail on that. The Compass Connect app is an app that you can download to allow you to control things like your lighting, your temperature, your slide rooms and awnings from your phone conveniently. So that's a really great app to have. With that app, it's just really nice to be able to control some of the things on your fifth wheel if you're away from home or you're standing far away. Let's say that you leave the campsite, you're still kind of close by, but you don't want to head back, and you left your awning out and suddenly it's super windy. You can go onto Compass Connect, shut the awning, and not worry about having that bend or break. Okay, so in the hallway, you have this pocket door that will block off your master bathroom. Your master bathroom has multiple points of entrance here. You've got the second pocket door that leads into the master bedroom, but this is a very spacious bathroom. You've got a lot of room to move around in here. They've got these hooks in here for your towels, and then this is going to look kind of like the Solitude shower, a little bit different. You've got a spacious shower with this glass door skylight, but this is a little bit different. You don't have the true rainfall shower head. You still have that nice matte black look to it, so it still looks very classy. And this does take out the drop-down seating that comes in the Solitude showers, so it's just a standalone shower. But if you're someone that needs a shower seat, if you brought a little stool along and put that in here, you could easily solve that problem if you like everything else about the Influence. So here is the potty placement. Let's start saying that more often. Shelving, and some more of that next to the shower. And then here is your sink. You'll see that this is on that bedside slide. So this whole thing is a slide room, but that really just helps give you this walking space in the bathroom so it's more maneuverable and you don't feel like you're all scrunched up in the bathroom. A lot of times when you've got a tiny little quarter bathroom, that's a turnoff for people because they can't get dressed in here, they can't move around, and some smaller fifth wheel floor plans even are just like that. Here you have your sink. It is more of like a laminated countertop here, and then you've got the tankless water heater controls, you've got outlets here, and some storage space in this medicine cabinet. You've got these two as well, but they are pass-through, so you can access everything through just opening one of these doors. And then you've got a little bit extra storage down below the sink. We'll take a look at this too. Nice deep storage drawer. And now finally heading into the master bedroom. You've got a king-size bed in here, this nice big bedside table with the outlet and USB hookups. You do have some window access here, even though this isn't where the slide starts. They still put one back here for you so you can let some natural air in. And you have storage compartments down below there too. This one's nice and deep. And then a smaller one up above. And an awesome thing about the Influence, you have this control here. This is a 3 AC unit. You've got 2 in your main living area and 1 here in your bedroom. So that is huge. Across from your master bed, you have some dresser storage, emergency exit window that you can also just use to let in some more air. And then they've got the TV set up for you here in the master bedroom. Here is what your storage drawers will look like. You've got 3 of these all in a row. And then for closet space, you've still got the big front closet in the Influence. Nice hanging rack here, some shelves to fold up some clothes, maybe put some shoes over in the corner. And then in here, you still have that washer dryer prep. You can use this as a secondary closet if you don't need a washer dryer, but you can also remove these shelves if you want to add a stackable washer dryer into your fifth wheel. So that just about does it for the tour. Hopefully this helps give you an idea of some of the differences between the Solitude and the Influence particularly, but also I guess if you're in a reflection now and you're looking maybe between Solitude and Influence, kind of painting that picture for you of what's a little bit different about each and then matching that up with what matters for your lifestyle and how you guys camp. Of course, if you have any questions, I'll put my contact info right down below. I would be happy to help you guys go over some of these differences, get you any information that you might need about this or anything else that you've been looking at, whether it's Grand Design or something else that we carry at Lazy Days. I'll go ahead and link our inventory down below too for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and look forward to talking to you next time. Bye!